Yo, what is going on, guys? What is going on? Today is day, and let's get right into it to another delusional woman.
I'm supposed to settle for a regular type dude.
So this woman right here, clearly not the best looking, portly, overweight, is talking about settling with an average type dude as if she isn't below average. Let's continue.
How tall are you?
I am 5'3".
Dress size?
So she's on the short side, so that's a loss. Let's hear the next one.
I am a medium.
Dress size? Number?
A 10.
Like it's rocket science. And so she's clearly overweight. She's short. I mean, she's not the best looking. She's got a huge tattoo on her chest. You know what I mean? So that shows she's ghetto as a mother. Like, you're going to put a tattoo on your chest. So you let some stranger go right next to your boobs and put a tattoo on you, basically. So that tells men that you're down for anything. And, like, come on, like, let's continue.
How much did you weigh last time you weighed yourself?
157.
She's lying. If you're a size 10, that's closer to 180. So she's completely lying here.
Fresh face out of the shower.
You should have seen the face he made. He's like, yeah, okay, you are not no 157. Like, her face alone, you can tell she's not 157. A size 10 doesn't equate to that. A size 6 is closer to 150, 160 range. A size 4 is closer to that 130, 140 range. And then size 2 is 120 and below. So I don't know what she's talking about here. She obviously is lying. And let's continue.
Natural face. On a scale from 1 to 10, what would you rank your looks?
Natural face.
Okay, fresh face out of the shower, your natural face. You can't use 7. What would you rank yourself?
And let's see how delusional most women are. Most women don't know how to properly rate themselves. Like, most men, if you ask them this question, they'll say, like, what they actually are relatively. If you take 7 out of it, most guys will say they're a 5, 6. You know what I mean? Based on their looks, their money, their status, everything. Guys are realistic to that. The guys that are average, we know we're average. The guys that are above average, we know we're above average. That's just the way it is. Women, they all think they're 10s. Well, not all women, but most women. I'd say 80% of women think that they're above 8 and 10, 9s, 10s, all like that. As if, like, if you were 8, 9s, and 10s, where's your magazine contract? Why aren't you on a front of a magazine posing? Where are all your modeling contracts? If you have no modeling contracts, clearly you're not as beautiful as you think. And the girls that are pretty and you think could be, they're still only 6s and possibly 7s. Like, it's really like 8s, 9s, 10s, they're already in the industry. Like, those women are already where they need to be. Like, everyone's in their station of life. You know what I mean? We all just need to accept it sometimes.
1 to 10.
6.
Wow, actually, 6 is too high for her, but that's actually, I thought she was going to say, like, I'm a 10, like they all do, but 6 is too high for her. If we're being honest, she's like a 4, because she has work to do, man. Ratings is basically showing how much work you have left to do in your life. Like, for a man to be a 10, you have to be financially just set. Like, I'm talking, like, you are set in the bank. Like, you don't have to worry about it. You have to have all your finances in order. Your weight has to be in order. You have to have your love life needs to be in order, whether it's you're married, whether you have a rotation, whether you have a girlfriend, that needs to be in order. Every facet of your life needs to be in order for a man to be like, oh, I'm a 10. But for women, they can have all these facets and holes in their life and still be like, oh, I'm a 10. When like, you'll be like overweight, not really making much money, no prospects, and you'll be like, oh, I'm a 10. Like, no, that's not reality. Like, what are your current projections? What are your results in life showing that you are? That's how you tell. If you have a bunch of guys always hitting you up, taking you on boats, taking you here, taking you there, then you could say, oh, yeah, maybe, you know what, I'm an 8. I have all these outcomes. Yeah, maybe then. But if you're just sitting around on dating apps, not getting matches, just wondering what's going on, where all the men are, maybe you're not a 10. You know what I mean? It's just like, sometimes we got to come back down to earth.
A 6 is right above average. A 5 is average, right?
Yeah, and that's the thing, though. And if you tell someone, oh, you're a 5 or a 6, they'll take that as an offense when really that's average. Most people are 5s, most people are 6s. That's just the way it is. That's what most of us are. Like, that's just what it is. Like, that's not a diss. A diss would probably be you're a 3, you're a 2. That just means you have a lot of work to do. It shouldn't even be a diss. It's just reality. Like, that's all that is. Rating systems is just reality. It's just reality telling you what it is. That's all it is.
5'3", 100, and a dress size 10, so that's above average weight. 5'3", you should be roughly dress size 4.
Then that's what I said. If you're, like I said, dress size 4 is around that 140, 150 range. She says she's 157. We know she's not, but let's go.
4'6", 125 pounds. Even if I believe you're 157, 160, you're almost
See?
33.
See, he doesn't even believe it. He said, even if I believe you. And I didn't believe it either. Let's continue.
3 pounds, 33% over your ideal target weight.
Yeah.
And you have, listen.
Oh, see how she backs up? Now you really see it. And see how tight she gets because she knows that he's right. You only get mad at something someone's saying if they're right. If they're wrong, you really don't care what they say.
If you're average to cute looking, if you're below average health, from a weight standpoint, and you have 2 children.
Oh, and I didn't even take that into account. So if she has 2 kids, she doesn't take that into account. Like, you have 2 children from another man, and you're not even taking that into account. Like, a man would put a ding on that. Like, why, how couldn't you just think of that? Like, women don't think that their kids matter. Like, women actually think that us men care about their kids like that. Like, they believe this. Like, they think that their kids are an asset to us. But they don't realize that they're liabilities. And we have to put money towards them. And finances and hard-earned work, sweat, and tears towards them. But they don't care. It's all just, subjective to them, really.
Overall, does that make you below average, average, or above average?
Below.
Factor all those things in together.
Average.
So why should you get in?
So, she's actually below average. She's saying average. Most women overshoot what they really are. So that's what that is. Excuse my dog. He was probably hear something. But anyway, let's continue.
Then why should you get above average? What do you mean settle for? You should get what you
Yeah,
want.
like a man would be settling for you. You have multiple kids. You're below weight status. You have all these tattoos. Like, a man would be settling for you. I need to continue later.
I see.
You guys, sorry, I was rudely interrupted. I had a guest come in the middle of the video, so let's continue.
I see millionaires with average women all the time.
Yeah, you see them with them to have sex. They're not marrying these women. See, that's the thing. Women don't understand. They don't realize just because a man sleeps with you or has sex with you doesn't mean he wants to marry you, which is why you should find out right when you're meeting the guy what their intentions are, if they want to get married or not, and you need to press them on that. If you don't press them on it, they're just going to continue just keeping you around.
They don't have big chest tattoos either, and 2 other kids. Man, I'm just saying. Okay, I want to. No. I mean, let's be honest. Why should an average woman say she's settling for an average man? Maybe
Ain't nothing wrong with it. Wait.
No. You said so. I should just settle. No, you said that. Listen.
Look at how masculine she gets. Starts yelling. She did say she was average, so why wouldn't you just get an average man? That's a good question.
You said so. I should just settle for an average guy, and I'm like, you're an average woman. Why should you not get?
I would be settling.
No, you wouldn't. You have 2 kids. You're overweight. You have a chest tattoo. Like, no. You're masculine.
I mean, nothing
Why
wrong
would
with
why
average.
would why would okay? Why would you be settling and he wouldn't? So what would he be doing? Would he be upgrading?
He don't got no money. So if he don't have no money,
What do you mean he don't got no money? Like, you're an average woman. You have just as much, or if not less, money than he does. So what the hell is she talking about?
You ain't found enough for no money.
Right, that's what I'm saying. She thinks like she's that good looking. Like, you're not that good looking. Like, there is no man of means that's gonna be splurging on you at all. Like, at all.
I'm not finding enough for no money.
No.
See, she thinks look at her face. She really is like, really? Like, you really don't think I'm that fine enough for money? Like, she really thinks that she's like a supermodel. Like, she really believes this.
You're
Average
six.
women
You're five.
ain't
You
billionaires.
said you're six, man. You said you're
Yeah,
six.
she
You don't.
said it herself. Like, you did say you were a 6. You overestimated that even, and you still said it. You never said you were a 10, even though that would still be a lie, but you said it yourself.
You get money. You get second shift at the plant.
Yeah, you get an average guy. That's what you get. That's what you qualify for.
Did you go to college?
No, I didn't.
Okay, ma'am. So
I have my own business.
congratulations. Don't care.
Right.
Man.
She thinks like a man would care about that. That doesn't make you sexier.
You got 2 children, and you said
That's a huge and a huge.
you are 6. I give you 5, 6. Your numbers together would be average. So why? So an average man would be upgrading to get you.
Nope.
Look, I didn't say
I'm asking, ma'am, because we're just having a conversation. You said you'd be settling, so by extension, he would
Okay,
be.
so I guess we'll be settling for each other.
No. But my issue is, you said settling for him. That means you'd be getting something less than what you deserve. When we settle, we get
Because
less.
I already have everything that I need.
Yeah,
If
but
he's
where's your man though?
not adding to me, then that would be settling, right?
What are you adding to him other than 2 kids, a chest tattoo, an attitude, and overweightness? Like, what are you bringing to him? You're bringing a lot of liability to any man.
Fabian, I want you to understand what I asked you last night. I asked this question oftentimes with black women. If you have to work as hard today or harder if you want children with a husband, would you rather have a husband or be single? And almost 100% of the time, black women would say, if I have to work as hard as I am today with a husband, I'd rather be single. Because a husband is not, just by being a man ain't enough. He's supposed to make her life easier. That is why I have no problem telling women to die alone. It is not our job to make women's lives easier. It's our job to protect, provide. But that's not necessarily easy. It's harder. Relationships are hard. So, man, you got all the things you need, except somebody to share life with.
And that is something huge. And women try to act like that doesn't matter, but you're on his show trying to figure out how to get a high value man because you still are missing something in your life. So maybe you should make those improvements that he's telling you need to make so you can get that man in your life. Or you can do what you want to do and think that men want the things that you think they want and still continue to be single.
And the man who can meet your standards, okay? Yeah. Can he meet other women's standards? Yeah. Okay, then why should he not get the best? If he can meet your high standard, he can meet another woman's standard. And all I'm saying is that why should a man have to settle for a woman with 2 kids? Because you got a business?
Kevin, they don't have to settle for me.
And they haven't been. That's why you're single and on his show, because they don't want you like that. Because you're not working on yourself. You're working on exterior things, but you're not working on the interior.
But you said you'd be settling for him.
Okay, just like you, Kevin, you say that high value.
Now she's saying you say. That's something that, now she's going to something that he said in the past, but I guarantee you she misquotes him.
Men men are supposed to have money, right? That's what you say. So if they don't have money, that means their value is low, right?
No.
Then you go off women.
No. If you want to know, no. High value men, that's a completely different component. That's less than 10% of men.
Yeah.
And high value men get high value women. Women who are in high demand.
Yeah.
Right.
That's not your category.
Yeah.
Because I got kids, right?
You're not, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes. Would you say that you're a woman that's in high demand or most wanted?
Nope.
I could be. I mean, yeah, I could be. I mean,
You could be.
See, a lot of women are delusional. Like, this woman knows damn well her phone isn't blowing up with suitors at all. The women that do get those suitors, they're not on his show. They're out there actually being suited. So she is completely off her rocker.
So okay. So listen. Hold on. Ma'am, you're 37 with 2 children. Where in the world do women who are average to above average, average to cute, who are a little overweight with 2 kids, where are these women in high demand?
They're not. You're
No,
working
man, I
on
asked
it.
a very
But she
specific-
doesn't realize you're already 37. So, like, you should have already been that. If you were working on it, you would have been that already. So what, you're going to work on it, what, by the time you're 45, you'll be ready? Like, come on now.
Good question. It's not, no, because you're working yourself. That's fine, but that doesn't mean you're in high demand.
I can get there. Can I?
Nope.
And
So
see,
you mean to tell me if I can lose 20 pounds?
Why didn't you do that already if you wanted to do that? Why are you saying you want to do that now? That ain't ever going to get done. And you need to lose like 40.
And
80 years ago with a woman in your position, even without the children, 80 years ago with a woman in your position be with the top 10% man?
Hell no.
Nope.
You said
80 years ago. 80 years ago. Will she be with a man in the top 10% of all men?
Nope.
80 years ago.
Nope.
Yeah.
So delusional.
No. There are a limited amount of these men to go around. Ma'am, just want you guys to understand, especially in the black community, you're an average woman by any stretch of the imagination. And I think that's being fair. Average at best is more likely the term. Average at best would be pretty fair.
Okay.
But listen.
I'm listening.
But the issue is, so I got to settle for an average man.
Yeah.
That's not settling. That's getting what you can afford to buy on the sexual marketplace.
Okay, so if I wanted a high value man, what do I do?
Be reincarnated. You can't get one. I'm gonna be honest, you can't. You're 37 with 2 kids. If they're less than 10% of the men, why would he pick you over a woman with no children?
They just don't understand the numbers. Like, the numbers just defeat them. There are 10 million more adult women than men, so there just aren't enough men. So now that you draw that down to high value men, that comes to 10% of those men. So then it's even smaller. So basically, women are sharing men, and they just don't realize it, or they do, and they're just like trying to like push it to the side.
But Kevin, I talk to pretty good high value. I go on dates with high caliber men.
Yes, they will go on dates with you. They will talk to you. They'll have sex with you.
We talk about marriage.
I want you to understand, this is what the issue is, because I talked about this for a year and a half, because men will deal with you. What man of value, who is a high value man recognized by other men of value, what man that fits in that category is seriously vetting you to be a wife today?
I'm talking to someone now. I've been dating this guy now who's a pretty high value.
She's lying, guys. You notice how she like looked away? She looks away because she's trying to think of a lie to say. A lot of women do that. Like, she ain't talking to nobody. Like, Like, think, would any of you men be talking to her? Like, come on now, she ain't talking to no high value man, and if she is, there, he's just using her for you know what.
And we've been talking.
How old is he?
He's
See, look,
50.
you see how she's looking around because she's trying to think of a lie, and he's asking her questions so he can get the tells on her lies because he knows body language too. So he's just seeing how far she will go. That's all this is.
81.
What
See?
makes him high value?
See, she's trying to figure out how old Kevin is, just so because all these women want Kevin, so they'll always throw hints at him like they want her, like they want him, but like he doesn't want you like that. Like you're over here guessing ages of imaginary men. Like come on.
He owned his own
Nope.
car dealership.
Yeah, she just made that up. She's like, what can I think of that he can own, and then just says anything. Oh my god.
And he has multiple businesses.
First, okay, now you know she's lying because she said he owns a business, and then made up a business, and then now she says he owns multiple businesses, and then now Kevin's like, he just wants to see how far she will go. That's it.
He owns.
Look at his face. He doesn't believe a word she's saying. Look at his face. He's like, like he's. This is just classic right now.
Like, he's doing pretty good for himself.
That's more than if this man exists, which he doesn't. This is more than pretty good. This is like taking over the world status. But you're under his arm. Right.
Probably not rich, but
Ma'am, being high value.
She just said he's not rich, but like woman, you just made that whole thing up. Like a man that owns that stuff is rich, but now you're saying, oh, he's not rich. Like, come on now, because she's trying to make it seem like she has him, but it's not too far fetched and it's still within range. But we all know it's made up. Like, come on now.
More than just money.
he got a good head on his shoulders. He got a good personality.
She's making this up. Look at her face. She's literally making this up. Oh my goodness! Look at this.
He take care of himself. He work out.
So then, if this is true, why are you on his channel trying to look for a high value man if you have this man already? Like, it doesn't make any sense at all. And you see one of the women up here who's waiting, she's actually smiling and laughing at this too. Like, it's unbelievable.
Even look like he
Oh,
takes
Jesus Christ, ma'am. I'm trying to be reasonable.
He is though.
But it's
He
more
really
than
is.
just money. And I'm saying a man like, okay, why would a man,
She doesn't
how
get
can I
it.
say this without sounding rude?
Just say it.
I mean, I'm trying to, why would a man who has this going on, and what state are you in?
I am in Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay, I just said state. But anyway, why would a man who's choose a woman like that? Okay, if you say he's high value, to me, when I talk about high value, it's not just money. It's over a period of time. It's what you do. It's also men of value must recognize you as a peer or a potential peer. You got to have a network of high value men and others, and you must be useful to others in a group. So you judge a man not just on his money, by his network, by other men who say, yeah, that's a man of value. He's a mover, a shaker, a most eligible. Okay, man, but these men don't settle. They don't settle. They don't get women who are. They don't. There are men on YouTube right now saying, I don't know what I'm talking about being high value. But here's one thing that they do agree with me on. They don't take a woman with children. They don't.
Nope.
I've had men who vehemently disagree with me on a lot of things. They don't listen to me, but unanimously, we don't take another man's children because that's not even in their mindset. They don't.
It's not in a man's genetics to want to take another man's kid. Like, think about it. In any other mammals, whenever a man comes in and there's other cubs, what do? They kill all the cubs because you don't want to take care of another man when it's not in our genetics. So it's just crazy. That's why women don't respect men who are stepfathers because it's not natural at all.
So you ladies can call it what you want, and I'm thinking, how long have y'all been dating?
2 weeks.
She says 2 weeks, and somehow she has all this information on him. Like, this is why I say,
She belongs to the streets.
and why I always say these are losses.
said seriously, but considering you to be a wife in 2 weeks, ma'am. Yeah.
She's completely lying though. He knows, but like, it's just like, well, you made up this whole story for what? Like, what was the purpose? To make yourself look better, but you're still in your situation, and you're not even working on it or trying to really get better or get the information needed to get better. You're just doing what exactly? I just don't get it.
We've been talking about it.
Ma'am, that's what I'm saying, ma'am. I said, what man of value who's recognized by other men of value is seriously betting you to be a wife? And you
The
said
answer
this
is
man,
no
you ain't
one.
known this dude for 2 weeks.
Right.
From the streets. I'm a bitch from the streets. I get the money.
The only reason I'm pushing this hard, ma'am, is because it triggers me when I hear average women talking about settling for average men. And I'll be honest.
Why do it trigger you?
Because you'd be lucky to get an average man. He would be settling for you. He would be settling for you to have to deal with you, 2 children from somebody else. Yes, man, that's why. Because
Say something.
you asked, let me finish. He'd be settling for you because you,
Because I got 2 children.
amongst other things, yes.
I mean, I'm a good person to get along with. So
That may be, ma'am. That may be. You could be a perfectly lovely person, but there are other women who are perfectly lovely people who are childless and more physically appealing.
that's fine. I mean,
So
What do you mean? Why are you saying that's fine? If that's what it is, then go back in your league so you can get off the market. That's the point of him doing this. He wants these women to bat in their league so they can get off of the market. That is the purpose. And they just don't get it. They all want this imaginary man that doesn't exist, first of all. But even if he did exist, he doesn't want you. Like, that's what they don't understand. Like, they all are so entitled. Just like a man wanting this beautiful, like, superstar, super luxurious woman, but he's just like fat, out of shape, lives with his mother. Like, bro, like, that's not realistic at all. It's the same thing.
So, ma'am, by definition, see, that's the thing. The kind of men you ladies talk about you want, they are rare. They are. For every
And the
one,
thing is, they are rare and she is not. Like, the thing is, the people that do the jobs and things that she's doing, it's very common. The things that high value men do, it's hard to do.
for every man that falls into your category, there are thousands of women that want him. He can only have one
And he'll have fun with all thousands of them. But like he's saying, you can only have one.
wife. That's
Did
why.
you tell me he gonna have a lot of wives? I mean,
No. He gonna have a lot. He gonna have a lot of. He gonna cheat a lot, but he gonna have one wife. He can only marry one person. It's called bigotry. All right, that's enough. That's enough. No, that's enough. You can only have one wife. Don't. No. That's all. You can only have one wife. Nope. You sat there and why would you marry your baby daddy?
Yeah, so that's the way the cookie crumbles.
We grew apart.
She said we grew apart. That is so dumb. So you say that to a high value man. He's a high value man and he laughed. So what do you think another high value man's gonna do? He's going to laugh at you. It may be on the inside. Maybe he won't burst out laughing and then he'll have sex with you and never talk to you again because like your reasoning, just like everything you've done and said is just like unbelievable. Literally, like you just can't believe it. It's just absurd. You have 2 kids. You're talking about you grew apart, but you have 2 kids with the man. Like it's just like you're gonna get married. There's just so much going on. Like he said, it's not just the 2 kids, just other things. It's amongst other things, and it's just like, why are our women so delusional?
Jesus, don't say it. You grew up. Ooh, softball. You grew apart. Was that before or after the second child?
The second child.
You see how she like paused because she was gonna say the first, but then she's like, it's gonna sound better if I say the second. And then now all these women waiting to talk are laughing at her like, oh my god, this sounds so bad because they know women's nature and they know she's lying. You know what I mean? Women know each other. That's why they always cover for each other.
getting into arguments and stuff. So it's just,
So
She's
how long-
looking away, she's thinking of stuff to say. She's like, we just getting in arguments. It's like, come on, bro. Just like, can you be truthful at all? Just like one time.
how many y'all together?
we was together since we were teenagers.
See, that's the problem. There's another problem, man. You get no higher than your baby daddy. Because men look at a woman and they should look at her children, because men say, I'm not gonna go raise a lesser man's child. Yeah. That's what happens.
You think all men think like that?
You think I got a million subscribers on each platform because I don't know what I'm talking about? You think I can do this night in, night out, and people co-sign? Ma'am, y'all would be better off to realize that more men think like this because the results show they do. Yeah. You're almost like a mirror copy of Average at Best. The video that sparked a lot of this. She only had one kid, you got two. Yeah. Yes.
You trying to make it seem like I'm you trying to
I'm saying I'm making it
He's
seem
not making it seem like anything. You're the one talking, and he's reacting to what the hell you're saying. You just don't realize how crazy and delusional you are. So you either have no friends or shitty friends that just won't tell you, like, yo, you are delusional. That's all that is.
No, I want you to understand that how we came in is the same thing that she said. You saying I would have to settle for an average man. And this is a men's platform. What do you think you were saying to all the men that are average men when you say that you will be settling for them? 50% of men are average or below. You don't have a problem offending them.
No, I don't want to offend nobody.
When you say you settle for, okay, ma'am, if I said I settled for you, would that make you feel good? No.
A lot of people settle.
She doesn't want to answer the question. See, whenever a woman doesn't answer the question, she's either being disingenuous, dishonest, or that's it.
Said I settled for. No, see, when a woman doesn't answer a question directly, she's attempting to be deceptive.
Yes,
yeah, exactly. What I just said.
Right. Thank you. So don't play with me. So when you say you're going to settle for an average man, you don't mind offending them. So I have no problem telling you why I think it's crazy for an average woman. Average, you say you're 5'6", I'll give you a 5'6". Okay, fine. But all the other things, man, put you below average. I want you to listen. Let's take it away from you and me. Let's take it away from you and me and looks and everything else because it's too personal. Okay, let's do this. Okay, let's reset the table. Okay. Where would it make sense for a high school graduate who graduated with a C, a 2.0, and C, a 2.0, right? Would it make sense somebody like that demanding to get into Harvard, Princeton, MIT, Stanford?
No.
Would they be settling for junior college? No. Your JUCO, junior college, 2.0. But the way you talk and women like yourself talk is like you deserve to get into Princeton, Harvard, MIT, Stanford.
And we'll stop it from there because that's a great part to stop because that's basically the basis of everything. That's just so true. That's what most women think. And most women are just average. And if most women can just get in line and get with an average man, we can get on with life. But until next time, stay safe and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, guys.